Hello, my name is Donna Miller, and this is Vote Voiced Podcast. Vote Voiced is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to getting out the vote. Send your voice opinion message after listening to our podcast. And please consider making a tax deductible donation. It would be an honor to have you as a supporter of Vote Voiced. Follow Vote Voice on Twitter and Instagram, like Vote Voice on Facebook, and share the Vote Voiced page. Our website is votevoiced.com. Let me start off today reminding everyone about the upcoming state primaries. If you do not yet know the date of your state's primary, you can call your city clerk's office. You can go to your state Secretary of State. And remember that Super Tuesday is coming up. Every Tuesday in March will hold primaries and caucuses. In Michigan, the date is March 10th for the state's primary. Don't forget about absentee voting in your state. Don't forget about early voting in your state, and make sure that you get out there and you vote. You vote early, you vote absentee, you make sure you know what time your polls open and close, and make sure that on your Super Tuesday date, you vote. Now you can also visit www.vote411.org. Now this is a source by the League of Women Voters. And everyone can use this on a national level for presidential primaries and general elections. Now I want to move on to our next topic. The ACLU fought against the Florida law requiring payment before restoring voting rights to voters with past convictions. Now Florida enacted a law requiring payment before restoring voter rights. And the ACLU challenged Florida's law, which the ACLU refers to as the wealth-based hurdle to voting. And the Court of Appeals completely agreed with the district court. A person's right to vote cannot be dependent on their ability to pay. All voters' rights must be protected. Protected so everyone may fully exercise their voting rights and participate in every upcoming election. Fighting for the rights of all voters so every person may make voting their lifestyle. This is what we all must do. It's sad, but the most important thing we must do is fight for our rights and the rights of all voters so that every person may make voting their lifestyle. Now, Vote Voice is honored to thank all organizations that are fighting for our rights to vote in every election. Now, because of the fight of the ACLU and others, another 1.4 million Floridians will have the right to vote in America. Next, I'm going to move on to the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. I like to explain it. So far, the compact has been adopted by 15 states and the District of Columbia. The compact still needs to have 270 electoral college votes to be enforced. The compact has 196 electoral votes so far. Only the states that join the compact would award all of their electoral votes to the presidential candidate with the most popular votes. Let me repeat that. only the states that joined the compact would award all of their electoral votes to the presidential candidate with the most popular votes. Once the compact goes into effect, the compact states would begin awarding their votes in the next presidential election. The important thing to know about the National Popular Interstate Compact is the compact does not get rid of the Electoral College. The compact just changes the way the electors pledge. Plus, the National Popular Interstate Compact will not change the faithless elector laws. These laws, which prevent a member of the Electoral College who does not vote for the presidential candidate they said they would or pledged they would. It should be noted that electors are usually chosen by a political party or the party's presidential nominee. Let me just make sure I explain that correctly. The faithless electoral laws means that it prevents people from not voting for the presidential candidate they said they would or pledged that they would. Some states may place a fine on a faithless elector or force them to vote for their pledge, or even go a step further and replace the faithless elector completely. So what that means is that there was a prime example of this. There was a petition in 2016 that was taken up concerning the Electoral College, and I forget where the petition was delivered. They had many signatures, and I forget how many, but because of the faithless electoral the faithless elector laws, people could not change the pledges for the Electoral College. They were stuck giving their electoral vote to the party that they had pledged it to, regardless of how they felt about who won. So people were stuck. What is your view of the election by popular vote in the U.S.? Do you support the National Popular Vote Compact, or do you prefer the Electoral College method? Please leave your comment in the voice message. I just once again, because it's so important, before I leave today, to remind you to make sure that you vote in the upcoming primaries. They are coming. Now, I've already voted. I'm lucky I was able to vote early. I was able to get it in on my absentee ballot. If you have access to early voting, do it. If you have access to your absentee voting, do it. If you've decided that you're going to go into the polls, make sure you know exactly when they open, when they close, and what you need to go to the polls. Make sure you know where the polls are. Make sure you're registered to vote. Okay? Make sure that you are registered to vote. And if you're not registered to vote, this is no time to sit on the sidelines. Every vote does matter. Your vote is your superpower. Your vote is your voice. As everyone has heard on the news, they say that foreign powers are trying to interfere in our election again. People sitting back in a foreign country thinking that there's some sort of puppet master with the American people. Our votes are sacrosanct. Our votes are the one thing that we have that no one can take away from us. Many people have fought for the right to vote. So I want you to make sure that you use the right to vote. It is a right that people are desperately trying to protect. Protect for you, protect for me, and protect for our future. I'm Donna Miller, and you've been listening to Vote Voice Podcast. And I thank you very much for your time. I am honored to have you with me, and you have a wonderful day. Thank you.